Welcome to this special rock and roll. Go Team Canada, go! The Olympics have begun, and you're gonna hear that rock and roll. First and foremost, as always, coffee with Dragon of the Sabbath. Yours truly encouraging all to work out, train, exercise. But we commence as we always do with that. Gratitude, I shoulda, coulda, woulda been representing Team Canada for dancing, because dancing is my favorite sport. Yours truly rebirthing during this COVID as Adrian Hanna Dragon, H. You get that rainbow dragon and that priestess. Yes, I did say priestess of the GODDSS. God bless and Goddess kiss. God bless and Goddess kiss. God bless, yes, but Goddess GODDSS kiss our athletes for victory, for gold. Welcome back to Celine Dion, first and foremost. I paid my rent, paid my electricity bill, got food and coffee. It is the 27th of July and the sun's shining, and gotta say my gratitude. Gratitude is great for mental health, and I encourage strongly gratitude in working out, training, and exercising. Grateful, thankful that my rent's paid my rent, paid my electricity bill, got food and coffee. And might get a glass of wine from an anonymous friend later on tonight. I don't drink much, don't encourage drinking, but with a little bit of meal, it's all good, double trouble. And again, I do not encourage drinking, but in moderation, in moderation. I don't drink, I don't smoke. As a matter of fact, it's legal here in Canada, cannabis. But I do workout, train, and exercise, and survive COVID, and gonna celebrate August and September 7 years in a few weeks when I got out of depression and being suicidal when I traversed Canada coast to coast in 2017 in August. And that event made me come out of being depressed and suicidal and started working out, training, exercising, started my fitness journey, working out, training, exercising back in 2017. And in the past 45 months or so, 3.5 years, I accepted, yes, I do have Asperger's, which explains a lot of the struggles with employment, had different jobs, different employments, and of course, with Asperger's, being an Aspie is not always easy, and it's not a mental illness. Once again, having Asperger's is a neurological developmental mental condition. Asperger's is not a mental illness, it is a neurodivergent mental psychic condition. Asperger's is not NOT a mental illness. It is a neurological, mental psychic divergent condition. It makes us predisposed to obsessive interests, and those obsessive interests of mine, different Aspies have different obsessive interests. Mine is geopolitics 24/7, the analysis, and I am. Yes, I am an independent geopolitical analyst and theorist who predicted the current geopolitical situation, anyways, and I'm obsessed also in parallel to geopolitics with fitness and sports, dancing, DANCING, dance, DANCE is my favorite sport, dancing thereof. You can conjugate the verb dancing is my favorite sport, and rock and roll with it, and civilizational studies. Not perfect, far from it. Yours truly androgynous, pansexual, founder of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, support the dream, laying the foundations for the first kingdom, North Americans unite, and I am, of course, Team North America. But today, during this Olympics, go Team Canada, go. Although I was born in the United States 3 times, twice as a man, served both times in 2 different wars, post 1776, George Patton's, Three Glass, Darkly, whatever reincarnations. I do believe in reincarnations because I'm a mystic. Anyways, spirituality aside, looking forward to Canada bringing home some gold. They're bringing home some gold, and I gotta salute the firefighters. LOV to our firefighters in Jasper, of course, and the firefighters in across North America as a fact, because I am North American collective all day 24/7 for the North American collective. We are North Americans. I am North American, Canadian, Quebecer, and yours truly go for Team Canada, go. I'm excited. Celine Dion back, and I wrote a few songs with Celine Dion that I wish I could sing together with Celine Dion. That's a dream. But during COVID, and I survived COVID. COVID was hardcore for me in 2020, February, March. It's like death, pestilence, and disease, and I survived it, and I'm being reborn. Nothing that I want to go back to. Adrian Hanna Dragon do not have money. I am financially stressed at the moment, financially stressed to officially change my name, but it's official for me, Adrian Hanna Dragon, yours truly. Rainbow Double Trouble, dancing is my favorite sport, and I want to build three buildings. One, the Forgotten Goddess Temple I want to build here in Montreal, maybe on the Mount Royal. Forgotten Goddess or the Goddess GODDSS Temple with the House of the Dragon. All I need is a simple pyramid austere, red scarlet, no, nothing big fancy. Although I'm grateful, thankful for this place here, underground Dragon's Lair in the NDG Montreal is better than I used to live, and I got that RA, you know, I got a like blackouts of memory. I remember moving from a moldy place and started working out, training, exercising, fitness, and starting like working out, training, and continuing my workouts, training, and exercising, and written tens of thousands of pages and rock and roll songs I create on the daily, French and English, like Celine Dion, like my prime ministers. And I written a song to sing with Celine Dion. It's called, in both versions, a French version and an English version. It's kind of called My Criminal Redemption. I did it, my criminal redemption. Did my criminal redemption. And then Celine Dion sings a verse, then I sing a verse, and vice versa, you know, stuff like that. And anyways, if you don't know the song, whatever it is, I gotta find it somewhere. I know the chorus, but glad Celine is back, and please give some charity, Celine Dion. Support the building of the Forgotten Goddess Temple. At the moment, I am financially stressed. But nonetheless, grateful, thankful. You know, my rent's paid, electricity bills paid, got food and coffee, and you know, it's overtime every time with yours truly. And I encourage you all to work out, train, exercise, and working out, training, exercising has been, is, and will be my medicine and therapy of choice. I'm going to say my gratitude to the great. Again, grateful, thankful. One, my rent's paid, electricity bills paid, got food and coffee, and should have been there representing Canada, yours truly, in dancing. Although, you know, I play that androgynous, and you get that 50-50, you know. So, gotta get that rock and roll. But I love all sports, men, women, and of course, whatever the case may be, and whatever the case, we're moving in the 21st century. I love VO fitness, jogging, dancing, and you know, rock and roll with it. For those rock and roll, who we got on the racquetball? We got some boxing, we got some good boxers, and you know, we got a good soccer team. Although there's been a little bit of controversy, we're gonna find out more. But it's going to get back that gold again, as we did, of course, 4 years ago, or maybe in 2028, maybe should be. You're still gonna perform dance for Team Canada. Gonna be a dancing, is gonna be a sport. So grateful, thankful. Gonna check rock and roll, and of course do some meditation, sing some rock and roll for our athletes in the Olympics. What? Back in Montreal in that 1976. Got those no tickets on that Paris on safe please. You know I love that vault, those gymnastics and the running. And actually, I gotta say a little bit, because you know I was born in the United States 3 times post 1776, twice as a man, once as a woman. I served in the United States military in 2 different wars. You heard that correct. I did serve in, I believe in reincarnations in past lives, and I was born here in Quebec as well. After 1534, and between 1635 and 1904, I met Louis Cyr. Sometimes I was born a man, sometimes a woman, and whatever the case may be. Now it's 27th of July 2024, and you know I am Team North America, but it's gonna be Canada, go Canada first, you know, because although I love my USA brothers and sisters down there, it's Team Canada. We rock and roll in that English and that French. And we got North America, that 2 ocean to the east. We got the Atlantic to the west. We got the Pacific. Let me hear you sing it. For the truckers, for the bakers, I gotta give some salutations, of course, to the nurses, doctors, butchers, bakers, carpenters, those on the road now, the truckers, you know, the public workers who come here for the 3 services in my neighborhood. Thank you, Big Dragon, rock and roll for them, of course, as well. They're picking up the garbage, the recycling, the garbage and recycling on the compost. And I worked on the compost, like I had a contract, it was 2018. It was only like 2.5 months, 3 months almost on the compost. I delivered the bin anyway, so I got for employments. But anyways, now today I'm just financially stressed. Besides that, I'm joyous. Had three days of moodiness. Maybe I was moody, you know, I was craving a massage therapy session. But you know what? Finance, millionaires, billionaires, the farmers, the nurses, and the firefighters. Farmers, nurses, firefighters. Farmers, nurses, and firefighters. Finance them a massage therapy session, because they deserve it and they earn it more than yours truly. I can take a bath, and I'm grateful, thankful, you know. I gotta give a shout out to Hydro Quebec. I always give Hydro Quebec, workers in the 20th century who build the dams for yours truly, can do this artistic event live on Facebook with clean, zero pollution, zero emission energy. And of course, it takes the past, it takes some old school with a new school, you know, it takes a little bit of each, a little bit of principles got to stay, of course. And Hydro Quebec Gold, let's build some more dams. And I'm always excited to my brothers and sisters who come here from the USA or from all over the world. I always am excited when I go to my second home, the Mountain Mile Royal. I might not go today, might, maybe 50-50, might not go today. If not, of course, I got a schedule for tomorrow for some dancing for the Olympics. And of course, we got to get it on the rock and roll train event. And of course, calling all to encourage all and finance and mass finance, fitness, mass finance citizens to work out, train, exercise. But anyways, I'm always excited when I go to the mountain and when I meet people who come from Ohio, from Cincinnati, from all over the world, from Belgium. I always am excited when I get the opportunity to discuss, converse with them a little bit that we have here in Quebec electricity we're utilizing. Like last time I told the tourists, I said, here in Quebec, I said, did you guys know that where you're gonna shower, you watch TV, everything that you're gonna consume, all your electricity consumption is clean, zero pollution, zero emission energy. So I gotta take a little bit of satisfaction in that, because I like the environment, I love Mother Nature. I want to build the Forgotten Goddess Temple, I want to build the House of the Dragon, and the third one, I want to build the Rainbow People's Palace. Rainbow People's Palace, dedicated to my fellow LGBTQ community. Known as I'm a pro-labor and love universal revolutionary centrist, a pro-labor and love revolutionary centrist. My centrism tied with mass financing, fitness, and my Trinity of theories. But anyways, Team Canada, who we got? We got on the block. I'm gonna be singing some of that rock and roll, and I'll be watching Team Canada. Team Canada is gonna be a little shorty today, not too long coffee. I just wanna celebrate, say hello to Celine Dion, and go salute a little bit of rock and roll for the firefighters as I drink this coffee with. Thinking about Jasper, thinking about Alberta, and I'm gonna be. Actually, I was imagining since it started last week, firefighters, and I was imagining the Dragan Army, because I am calling for the public-private partnership. Fundamentally, when I say my initiatives to be supported, calling all willingly loving, calling all willingly loving, calling all willingly loving, it gotta be some love. My brother, it gotta be some loving. We gotta channel the aggression, channel the aggression, channel the aggression, and work out, train, exercise. And I always joyous when I step outside of my dragon's lair, when I go to the mountain or I go in the public, go work out in my second home, Mount Royal, the top of the Belvedere, greatest view in the world. And I see all the way to the United States, all the way to my brothers and sisters in Mexico, because Mexicans are part of the North American collective. I always, of course, meditate and do meditations on the privilege of civilization. And of course, I always love to see people holding hands of all ages, hugging. And I said that's always worth defending and carrying a weapon for, and joining whatever security forces. And I served in the RCMP in a past life, at the beginning of the RCMP in the 1800s and kind of 90s, 1890s, 1880s, something like that, at the beginning, 1920, something like that, in a past life. And also I served like 45 months in the SPVM in a past lives, again, right at the beginning of the security forces of course, Canada and the North America and USA. I served in the US wars, and I always say, if you are to put on a weapon and carry it to defend, it's to defend, the farmers, the butchers, the bakers, and the children in the daycares, and of course those, of course, who are involved in the truckers and all the activities of civilization. Always gives me hope. I'd rather be, if I would be patrolling with the Dragan Army, which I'm calling the public-private partnership for the Dragan Army. Of course, as a public-private partnership for the 21st century, part of my going on initiatives as a philosopher, as a geopolitical analyst and theorist, because I am a geopolitical analyst and theorist, and I'm a philosopher. I'm a philosopher, geopolitical analyst and theorist who's not perfect, far from it. I like my, I'm open about a lot of things, a lot of my scars and a lot of things I have. As a matter of fact, that it's. Discuss a little bit of my. I gotta be attention not to scratch too much, because I have scars. And I've discussed it in the past. I will not address it now. But anyways, and as we are healing, and sometimes we heal and become stronger. And I am only for defense, for defense of the what I call the collective North American civilizational complex. NORAD NATO. Who's gonna be that 33rd? Let's go, Team Canada. I see Team Canada doing well. I'm gonna check. The Olympics, of course, tonight. I'm going to be doing reviews. I'm going to be cheering Canada on, and of course encourage my brothers and sisters to also work out, train, exercise. And back to what I was saying, of course, is that to carry a weapon, and it's kind of like a privilege, and to defend, I would say, to be part of security force or whatever. If I see somebody and bring me some joy, to see somebody, of course, doing some good deeds and good acts of goodness and kindness, and of course holding hands and hugging, and doing some good loving. And sometimes, it's not all about fighting. You gotta be some love with it, some balance, some equilibrium. As I say, Canada, go Team Canada, go! Go Team Canada, go get us some gold. And my brothers and sisters in the USA, I know I'm a big mispronounce. If I mispronounce, please pardon my mispronunciation. But Shakira Carey, I'm really a fan of Shakira Carey in the track and field, in the 100 meters. And I love Olympics, and I love, of course, boxing. Dancing is my favorite sport, but of course I'm a big fan of Shakara Carey, LOV, and of course to all our Canadian Team Canada. Team Canada first. Team Canada first. Team Canada first. Although I was born in the USA 3 times, twice as a man and once as a woman. And is that Team North America? We gotta play Team North America for defense, coast to coast, and my initiatives, which I discussed in the past. I'm not gonna discuss in them directly today, but of course I did discuss, converse them in depth in the past videos, which you can see because they're open to the public. My philosophies as a rock and roll philosopher, I'm a rock and roll 24/7. I'm gonna switch to that French for we are in La Belle Province, so French will follow, French will follow, French will follow. Bilingual like Celine, bilingual like my prime minister, and make an effort, brothers and sisters. It's a as a philosopher, I say the beauty of here Quebec is what I call the great linguistic compromise which we made for the continuance of social harmony, balance, and equilibrium, right? Social balance and harmony, equilibrium. And, we're 10 million Quebecers, myself included, the born in past life in Quebec several times as a Quebecer woman and a Quebecer man, but back then it was of course at the beginning, so it was the development of Quebec as a Quebecois North American. I always say I'm a North American Canadian Quebecer, Canadian, North American, the Holy Trinity, and fourth dimension, world citizen, fourth dimension, world citizen, the fourth dimension. I am try to be a world citizen, but fundamentally I am a North American, I am a Canadian Quebecer as much as I am educated, self-taught, and philosophy, sophisticated intellectual sophistications of world international civilizations and history. I am a North American fundamentally in my philosophies and my initiatives are firstly for the what I call the collective North American civilizational complex or the complex of the North American civilization. So in that sense, it's Team North America, but of course today is Team Canada. Go Team Canada, give me some of that gold. But we'll settle for the silver. We'll settle for the bronze. Whatever place will be. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited how we're gonna be doing in the Olympics. And I'm watching now. Of course, I got the mute. It's muted on. But I'm watching the opening ceremony. Opening ceremony. Of course, what's gonna happen. And of course, we got like more than 156 countries. We got a lot of sports. We got a lot of sports. A lot of sports which I sometimes I don't even watch. The badminton, the tennis. I watch a little bit of tennis. Badminton, I don't watch that much, but there's badminton I think going on today. There's volleyball. There's a lot of sports. There's acrobatics. There's track and field. I love track and field, 100 meters. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Shakara Carey, and I think we got one Canadian which could be a top 5 contender there, and is gonna run for us. And of course, basketball, women's, men's basketball, I like, and of course, dancing. Dancing is my favorite sport, but I love dancing is my favorite sport. Dancing is my favorite sport. Nonetheless, I'm gonna be excited to see what's gonna be unfolding with Team Canada. Saluting the firefighters, LOV, big hugs. Gonna offer, put on the table because I'm an Asperger's with rah retrograde amnesia, and of course, I like to offer things. We Aspies, we're weirds. We're weirdos. Asperger's is a weird neurological, mental, psychic, neurodivergent mental and psychic condition, and we like to offer things rather than console verbally. So a lot of people think that people with Asperger's, Aspies don't have the emotional, compassionate attributes. We do. I cried a lot. I suffered a lot. I struggled a lot. With Asperger's, and recently I healed a lot in the past years, and working out has been my medicine and therapy of choice. And I continue. I did a lot of work. I've written tens of thousands of pages of philosophy, poetry, rock and roll songs, and theories about philosophical dictums. And of course, I gotta say it as I always reiterate, because I'm an independent geopolitical analyst and theorist, that I did predict the current geopolitical situation that's in a general manner, not in a detailed manner, but in a general manner. I predicted an international conflagration in a general overall manner. In a general overall manner, I predicted an international conflagration. In a general overall manner. In a general overall manner, I predicted an international conflagration. In other words, a World War III. And I got proof of work, because I got hundreds of workout videos, training program videos, hundreds of workout training program videos, hundreds of workout training program videos, which of course I've done in the past more than years, and of course I've created my own workout training program system. In the past, I've created my own workout training program system. In the past, my own workout training program system I've created in the past. My own workout training program system in the past. 2019 in October, when I did that analysis, I predicted a geopolitical conflagration, an international conflagration. In other words, I predicted a sort of a World War III scenario. And since then, I'm kind of in that mode. And then I got hit by COVID, March 2020. And then, of course, the current conflagration, it's been unfolding in a general, not detailed manner, in a general, not detailed manner, in a general, not detailed manner, just as I did the prediction, not necessarily as a prophet, although I'm a mystic, spiritual believer. I say the goddess, GODDSS, but in a general manner, I did predict an international conflagration. That's what's unfolding now. So go Team Canada, go today. We're gonna go on the Go Team Canada, and it's always important to get the fitness, of course, and to work out, train, exercise, which of course I'm encouraging all to work out, train, exercise, and working out, training, exercising is my favorite sport, and dancing is my favorite sport, with geopolitics is my obsessive interest, and I'm an independent geopolitical analyst and theorist who predicted the international conflagration which is unfolding now, and of course I am for world peace, but fundamentally I'm a North American and North American collective calling for all willingly loving to support the dream. As I say, if I do make some money, first and foremost, I'm gonna pay my 10,500 debt because now I only have a financial stress. Change my name and give 50% half to an anonymous friend who anonymous deserves to be 7 times richer than Oprah, and that's about it with rock and roll with that. So I keep on writing rock and roll songs 24/7, French and English, bilingual like Celine, French and English, bilingual like Celine, French and English, bilingual like Celine Dion. You know, gotta get that bilingual like Celine Dion, and it's always good to get a little bit of French knowledge of French, and I always encourage people to learn some French. When I meet people on the mountain, tourists, you know, say learn a little bit of French with us, learn a little bit of French with us, learn a little bit of French with us, and you know, it's a language, and it's the great linguistic compromise, as I call, as a philosopher, I call that we made the great linguistic compromise of the North American collective to continue to have harmony, civilizational harmony. Sometimes we rough on the feathers, we get a little bit of laws and legislature, and we we struggle and we argue, but I don't like to argue much. I don't like to argue much. I like to argue much. I like to do a lot. I like to do a lot. And I get dirty, but I get back clean. I get dirty, but get back clean. I'm not self-righteous. I do have lusts and stuff like that. I lost a lot of friends I made in the past 7 plus years. 7 plus years. I made a lot of friends, you know, but you know, Asperger's, it's weird and people don't understand it. But now it's more, less and less, it's more demystified. It's more understood what Asperger's is, a neurological mental divergent condition, and we just have obsessive interests, and sometimes we just have to be told directly, and sometimes we're more direct and we have to be let know, just could you like speak less, or could you like give me some space, and we'll do, and we accord, and we do stuff like that, you know. So anyway, so I've played that defense, only played that defense. I'm still challenging Donald Trump in a boxing match. It's been a few years since those impositions on the tariffs, those impositions of the tariffs on the Canadian aluminum and steel about 5 years ago. So I got these gifts, red, my favorite color, from the greatest person I know. Deserves to be a millionaire. If I make a million, a billion, a trillion, gonna give 50%, half without regrets, without hesitation, 50%. But I'm just financially struggling, but I'm rich in dancing, rich in rock and roll songs 24/7. Geopolitics, if you need geopolitical interpretation and analysis, if you need geopolitical interpretation and analysis, that's my kingdom, that's my realm. You know, I know detailed geopolitics 24/7, and you know, it takes that to the point that I predicted the current international conflagration that's unfolding now. In other words, I predicted a World War III, but not in a general manner, not in a detailed manner, but in a general manner. So not in a detailed manner, but in a general manner. In a general manner, I predicted the current international conflagration. In other words, a World War III scenario, and kind of since that October 2019, I have proof of work on YouTube. You can see day 1 of the World War III scenario and day 300, and I created a workout training program system which is simple, effective, efficient, and efficient, which increases general overall fitness. I'm proud of that creation, and I'm calling for that to be mass financed by a public-private partnership. Fundamentally, my call to the dancing goddess and the Dragon Kingdom is fundamentally a call for a public-private partnership. When I say support the dream, the dancing goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, which is my dream for a North American Union collective, for NORAD NATO Union, of course, to create the universal exchange in it, and of course to mass finance citizens to work out, to mass build the infrastructure, and to mass clean the environment by the 2 complementary covenant and cooperative institutions, the Dragon Army, public-private partnership again, Dragon Army with the Dancing Goddess Army, public-private partnership. So now I'm just financially stressed, but I got kisses by the trillions. I got some claps and I got some dance. Yep, don't mind me if I do a little bit. Or that rock and roll for the truckers on the road. For the nurses, for the daycare workers changing up those smelly diapers. Whoop, Gotta get it for the clean, for the public workers, you know that they pick up the garbage. They got some athletes, they gotta rock and roll. Somebody gotta love the firefighters, love the firefighters, love the firefighters. Love the butchers and the bakers, love those construction workers. Hey, they go on those steel toes for the construction. Here we go. It ain't all about the money, honey. It ain't all about the money, honey. Let some vigor with it, bigger and the small. I got a tiny. And she wasn't my friend because of the money, cause I never had any. As for my well, it's super, super tiny. Got that rainbow clap, but I got some of those good hands. Some of those good hands. I got some of those good hands. I'm that good with the tongue. I'm that good with the love. With the loving and the kissing. With the Go Canada, you know we hiss it. Hiss it for the rainbow snakes. For the black and white and rainbow. For the black and white and rainbow. Yep. I sing it even for the cuckolds. Yeah, I sing it even for the cuckolds. Somebody gotta love the. Somebody gotta sing it for the cuckolds. That's what I would probably be if I would get married. Open engagement marriage. I proposed to somebody already, man. Probably gonna propose again, but type of rainbow being androgynous, pansexual, you know, being androgynous, pansexual. Anyways, man. Anyways, gonna get to sing a little bit of rock and roll. Team Canada now. Team Canada! I gotta get it for the love. You gotta get it for that red, gotta get it for that white. You know we got it from Quebec, you know we got it from Nova Scotia, you know we got it from Alberta. Jasper, we love you. We love the firefighters and the butchers and the bakers. Hey, those dams built by the Hydro-Quebec, they goes on the roads, you go 'em up. Gotta mop the floors, we got some cleaning work to do. We got some more cleaning to do. We got some corn. We got some corn, we got some phrases. We got some phrases, we got some French with it. We got some French, we got some USA. We got that Maine on the Maine. We got some Wolverines up in the north, up in the strong and free and rainbow. Strong and free, but with that rainbow. Strong and free, but with our rainbow. We can be that strong and free, but with that rainbow, yeah. We can clean it, we can get dirty, we can spleen it, we can admit it, we can say that coast to coast. For the shame up in the lows, for the blow, for those laying up those pipes, boom. Let's go for the public workers, changing up the aqueducts so that I get that clean water. Hey, it takes that brain and that muscle. Gotta get with me some kisses. Finance the firefighters, some massage therapy with it. Gotta get it for the whip it. For the Team Canada, get the gold. Even if you lose, that sportsmanship conduct. Gotta get it for the mellow. Still challenging Donald Trump to a boxing match on the Canadian-US border. It's not all about fighting. Sometimes you gotta just be on that loving, man. It's not all about fighting. Sometimes you gotta be on that loving. Love you, brothers and sisters, Canadians, coast to coast, LOV, firefighters, LOV, butchers, bakers, nurses, LOV, truckers, North Americans, unite, truckers, butchers, hope we get some gold. Team Canada, go. Let's go for another rock and roll song for our Canadian team. Let's go for that red and that white. From Manitoba, we got from Alberta, we got from that British Columbia, we got some athletes. We got some French that is speaker. We got some D's on the deal. We got some soccer. Yep. We got some boxers. Yep. We got some gymnasts. Yep. We got some athletes. Yep. How many they're gonna get that gold? Maybe some of that silver. We'll settle for that bronze. Let's go Team Canada for the Olympics we go. First day up in the road. First day up in, up in that Paris is that 2024. Up in that Paris 2024. In that Paris 2024. Freestyling me some squats, freestyling me some push-ups. Let's go for the look up, let's go for the freeze, let's go for the red, let's go Canada yet. From the Ontario, we got it up, we go. From the prairies, we got show. From the prairies, we got dough. From the prairies, we got low. From the prairies that you know. From the Regina up and show. For the butchers on the trucks. Those wheat, we got the wheat. We got the barley and the seeds. We got the skyscrapers, We got some skyscrapers, We got some skyscrapers, Construction workers on the toes. We got construction workers by the toes. Hydro-Quebec, the dance we roll. And we got got no accordion, no money for the guitar, so I gotta sing it a cappella. On the go, Canada, you go. Let me hear that, fellas. Yep, let me see those clapping for the Team Canada, the Olympics. Gonna get that gold, I know. Gonna get some gold, I know. Gonna get some gold, I know. And a little bit of bronze with it, and a little bit of cheer with it. And that gymnastics gonna flip flop. They're gonna run up in the running, and they're gonna do some goals up in the soccer, and they're gonna do some good boxing, and they're gonna do some good arching. Maybe some of that badminton, that tennis. They're gonna play me some athletes from that Canada. You go, go Team Canada, we go. I've been rolled up into Paris. I've been Celine Dion be singing, Celine Dion be swinging. Hey, I heard Celine Dion be swinging. I heard some song about loving. Gonna switch to that French, cause we love Beprevesa, and I'm sure we got some good from Quebec up in the look, from the look up into Montreal. Go Team Canada, go look. In that true north, strong and free. Don't mind me if I play that rainbow, see. And we gotta get with the true north, strong and free, together with the rainbow that you see. For a new colonies, we got those satellites up in the sky. Saddle up in the right, for the red and for the white, for the red and for the white, for the black and the white and the rainbow, for the red and for the white, for the maple that you see. We got syrup up in coffee. I got syrup, maple C, up in the coffee that you be. Up in the coffee, I got maple. That syrup from Nova Scotia. And from that PEI, that Edward, coast to coast, we gotta flow. From the Quebec, you gotta know. All the way to the northwest, those territories gotta go. On the horses, on the road, on the trucks, up in the rail, being on the rails. We gonna go it for the go. We gonna do it for the show. We gonna do it for the lovers. We gonna do it for the bakers. We gonna do it for the butchers and the bakers and those cooks. Those building up in looks, those building ups we do. Those the builders that we do. For the Canada, you know we strong, not north and strong and free. Don't mind me if I sing a rainbow melody. Through north, strong and free. Don't mind me if I sing a rainbow melody. Don't mind me through north and strong and free. If I sing a rainbow melody for the Team Canada, you see. Montreal, that you be. Raise the cup and the hope. Salutes for the hope, for the red and the white. I gotta get that rainbow, Dragan rock and roll. You know they ask me when I get it. For the rock and roll you see it. For the rock and roll you be it. For the rock and roll you be it. For the love up in the see it. For the love up in the receive it. Gotta get me play some good. Gotta make me some good. Some proud you see that white and that maple leaf inside the flag. Gotta put me a little up. Gotta put me some gold. Hey, get that silver on the road. It's rock and roll. It's rock and roll 24/7. Rock and roll 24/7. Geopolitics 24/7. Dancing and LOV. I'm an artist. Philosopher and financially stressed. But if I do make money, first things pay my $10,500 debt and give 50% half to my anonymous friend, and then the third one is gonna be changing my name officially because it costs money to change the name. It costs money, to change the name officially, but for me it's changed already during this COVID. And fourth dimension, start building the goddess temple, the goddess GODDSS temple, the house of the dragon, or acquire a house, whatever the case may be, and that would be my dream. Anyways, gonna sing it a little bit of the French now. What time is it? Because I don't want to do a little bit more too much, but gonna do a little bit of French. That'll be a little bit of XYZ. We gotta sing a little bit of song, a little bit of melody on the one. Let's go for that rock and roll. One more time, rock and roll for Team Canada, and then we're gonna switch to that French. Get ready. We gonna see our athletes that you be. Send up and from the true north, strong and free. I gotta let it. Gotta let the Wolverines play in black and white and rainbow. Gotta squirrels. I gotta score. I gotta be. So you see, somebody say it. Team Canada play coast to coast. We be. We playing defense. Playing that soccer. That 11. They got the players. They got to score even. They got to launch it. That's like a rocket. We got some weightliftings. They got some weightliftings. They wait. Some weightlifting. Hey, that's that Louis Cyr. Louis Cyr. I met Louis Cyr in a past life, as a matter of fact. I did arm wrestling and my arm was like busted up for like 7 years, anyway. The rock and roll back. So we got some athletes on the bark. We got some athletes that do us proud. We got some athletes that be rowing. We got some athletes that be do us prouder. We got some athletes that be singing louder. We got some athletes that be silent on the mode. We got some athletes that be scoring on the low. We got some athletes that be dancing. We got some athletes from Ontario. We got some athletes from Quebec. We got some athletes from Manitoba. We got some athletes from Nova Scotia. Hey, Halifax, Peggy's Cove. You gotta see it. Coast to coast, Halifax, coast to coast. You gotta see it. Coast to coast. Canada is big and wide. Canada is big and wide. We got 40 plus on that millions. 40 plus millions. Coast to coast. Truckers on the road delivering some of that good gold. Who's that radio love? Some of those firefighters. It ain't all about fighting, gotta be some loving. Love for firefighters, love for the butchers, love for the nurses, love for the bakers coast to coast, love for those cleaning on the roads, love for the public workers changing those aqueducts. It ain't all about bureaucracy. Sometimes it's just getting some action that you be. It ain't all about bureaucracy, sometimes in action that you see. It ain't all about bureaucracy, sometimes the action that you see. Gotta get me some of that food. Food security starts with the farmers. Thank you for the potatoes, bakers. Thank you for those sausages. Yeah, got me some of those loving. Some of those athletes gonna go toe to toe. Gonna sip it. Who we got in Greco-Roman wrestling? We got some Greco-Roman wrestlers. We got some Greco-Roman wrestlers. Hey, we got some javelin, throw it up. We got some somersault soul. We got some of those good gymnastics. Yeah, you know that I've been told. They're gonna do some of the good vaults. And they're gonna play another Celine Dion song. When they win it up in the sea, when they bring the gold home, you bid it. Hey, it's just starting. It's just getting started. That's the summer those Olympics up in Paris. It's just started. That's the summer Olympics up in Paris. That's that overseas the Atlantic. That's that overseas the Atlantic. That's that overseas the Atlantic. If I go from Montreal, past that Halifax you see, all the way to Quebec City, from that Trois-Rivières you be, from where thou be, from the coast to coast you see, whether from Quebec that French, from that English, that's the Canada, Team Canada. We gonna play that together. For that Team Canada, you know that we got from those Quebec some of those gold. And we're gonna do it, cause Celine Dion bilingual, and that opening for to see it. So you see it to believe it. For the butchers, for the bakers, for the nurses, for the doctors, for the grocery store clerks, for the gold, and for the sportsmanship conduct. It's some rules and some games, it's some rules and some damn rock and roll up in the floor. Conduct on the conducts on aqueducts be changing. Changing me some aqueducts. Gonna switch to that French, cause you know that time is up. For the English, not the French, cause we in la belle province. To there from the English to the French, cause we now in la belle province. From the English to the French, cause we're now in la belle province. Et bienvenue dans la grotte du Dragon en arc-en-ciel. Aujourd'hui, je commence pour envoyer du rock-and-roll à nos athlètes à Paris. Ils vont nous amener de l'or, j'espère. Eh bien, avec la gratitude, je commence le rock-and-roll, votre aspect artiste, artiste, philosophe, avec la gratitude, comme toujours, même si je vis maintenant un stress financier, je suis en stress financier, 10 000 $ de dette, mais j'ai de la gratitude quand même. Puis, la gratitude, c'est bon pour la santé mentale. Puis je dois te dire encore une fois, quand j'étais en dépression puis suicidaire, puis en 2017, je vais célébrer 7 ans en août, puis en septembre, quand j'ai traversé le Canada de côte à côte. Je suis allé de côte à côte, je suis allé à travers le Canada de côte à côte. Puis cet événement-là, en 2017 en août, puis en septembre, ça m'a fait sortir de la dépression. J'étais dans la dépression puis suicidaire. Puis cet événement-là, quand je suis arrivé à Banff, j'étais comme « Wow! C'est le Canada, ça, c'est mon pays. » Puis, wow, j'ai eu comme un rêve, puis en Colombie-Britannique, puis après ça, en septembre, j'étais allé à Halifax, fait que j'ai traversé, fait le Canada de côte à côte. En août, puis en septembre, ça va marquer 7 ans de cet événement-là, puis depuis, j'ai commencé à m'entraîner mon entraînement physique, j'ai perdu comme 80 livres. Puis cet événement-là, ça m'a vraiment changé la vie. Fait que je vous encourage, si vous avez c'est sûr, ça prend de l'argent. Comme maintenant, je suis joyeux, joyeux, joyeux. Je vis justement un stress financier. Puis je vais chanter du rock'n'roll pour nos athlètes. Nos athlètes à Paris, qui vont faire du bon, j'espère. Qui vont nous amener un peu de l'or. Sinon, on va être content avec l'argent, sinon avec le bronze. Mais bon, je vais commencer avec ma gratitude. La gratitude. Mon loyer payé pour le mois de juillet, j'ai payé mon loyer, j'ai payé ma facture d'électricité, j'ai du café et du thé. Je vous encourage, Québécois et Québécoises. Ma famille, des fois, on est dysfonctionnel, des fois, on s'entend un peu, on se donne des coups. Puis Céline Dion était de retour. Amour et santé à Céline Dion. Puis j'ai écrit un couple de chansons que j'ai composées durant la COVID. Puis j'ai eu la COVID en 2000. C'est plus que 4 ans déjà, en février 2020. Février-mars, j'étais vraiment malade de la COVID, puis j'avais composé des chansons pour chanter avec Céline, puis je suis bien content de l'avoir vu. Puis bien sûr, bilingue, comme Céline Dion, puis comme mon premier ministre, puis on a fait le grand compromis du français, on y va. Pour le français ensemble, on va faire une chanson. Pour nos athlètes, encore une fois, la gratitude, j'ai payé mon loyer, j'ai payé ma facture d'électricité, puis j'ai du café, puis du thé, puis ici, je fais 1 million, je donne la moitié, sans regret, sans regret, sans regret. Mon ami anonyme, qui n'était pas mon ami à cause de l'argent, parce que je n'avais pas. Mais bon, mon stress financier, justement, maintenant, je viens juste un stress financier, mais après ça, avant ça, la gratitude, c'est super bon pour la santé mentale. Fait que je la pratique. La pratique de la gratitude, je salue, puis je médite aussi sur qu'est-ce qui se passe à travers, qu'est-ce que j'appelle le collectif de civilisation nord-américain, parce qu'il y a les camionneurs, les infirmières, les docteurs, ceux qui ramassent les poubelles, là, les sanitation publique à travers Montréal et les grosses villes pour avoir de la sanitation publique puis la méditation, bien sûr, surtout quand je vais à la montagne. C'est juste le fait d'avoir de l'eau puis le fait d'avoir l'électricité qui, grâce à l'Hydro-Québec. Les travailleurs du passé du 20e siècle, salutations de votre Dragan arc-en-ciel, l'artiste avec Asperger, encore une fois, l'Asperger. Ce n'est pas une maladie mentale, c'est une condition de neurodivergence mentale. L'Asperger's, c'est pas une maladie mentale, c'est une condition de neurodivergence mentale. L'Asperger's, en étant Aspies, c'est pas une maladie mentale, parce qu'il n'y a pas de médicament pour l'Asperger's, c'est juste une condition de neurodivergence mentale. Fait que ça fait de nous-mêmes, les Aspies, on a des intérêts obsessifs. Et moi-même, mes intérêts obsessifs, bien sûr, c'est la géopolitique 24/24, l'analyse et la théorie en géopolitique. Je suis un analyste et théoricien en géopolitique indépendant, parallèlement, étape parallèle avec l'analyse et théorie en géopolitique. Le sport, puis l'entraînement physique, 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 comme je vais saluer nos athlètes, bien sûr, nos athlètes, bien sûr, nos athlètes qui sont là à Paris, bien sûr, qui font du sport, puis ils font du sport, puis ils vont essayer de nous amener de l'or pour nous rendre fiers un peu, parce que le Canada de côte à côte, votre chanson de votre arc-en-ciel avec la gratitude de j'ai payé mon loyer pour le mois de juillet, j'ai payé mon loyer, j'ai payé ma facture d'électricité, j'ai du café puis du thé, puis bien sûr, je vous encourage à faire l'entraînement physique. L'entraînement physique est excellent en médecine et thérapie de choix. Les salutations aux pompiers amour, aux pompiers à l'Alberta, au Jasper, qui combattent les feux à travers l'Amérique du Nord, le collectif de situation nord-américain, car je suis moi-même québécois, canadien, nord-américain, puis mystique, j'ai une spiritualité un peu diverse, comme un état étrange aussi avec l'Asperger's, mais je crois à des réincarnations, puis bien sûr, j'ai été né plusieurs fois aux États-Unis 3 fois, 2 fois homme, 1 fois femme. J'ai servi dans l'armée des États-Unis. Puis, bien sûr, je suis né homme-femme ici au Québec après 1534, l'arrivée de Jacques Cartier aussi. J'ai même rencontré Louis Cyr dans une autre vie. Puis, j'ai même, bien sûr, servi dans la GRC puis dans la SPVM au début de ces institutions. Puis, en vous faisant appel à tous et toutes aujourd'hui de soutenir votre artiste, athlète, philosophe, HP qui a un rêve. Mon rêve, c'est fondamentalement un appel pour un partenariat public-privé à travers le collectif de situation nord-américain, encore une fois, amour. Et rock-and-roll pour nos pompiers qui combattent les feux sauvages. À Jasper et en Alberta, nos cousines, pas loin de la Confédération canadienne. Et bien sûr, je vais commencer à chanter du rock-and-roll pour nos athlètes. C'est la version française aujourd'hui, parce que je viens de commencer en anglais, bien sûr. Puis je vous encourage, bien sûr, le bilingue, je vous encourage de faire un effort. Si vous ne parlez pas anglais, juste faites un effort. Si vous ne parlez pas français, faites un effort, vice-versa. Bilingue comme Céline, puis bien sûr, en tant qu'un peu artiste, comédien, j'encourage toujours à écouter les chansons de Céline en anglais puis en français pour la francisation ou devenir meilleur en anglais. Là. C'est par, c'est par ces encouragements. Moi, je pratique bien sûr l'encouragement. Puis souvent, j'adore parler, surtout quand je vais à la montagne, puis je rencontre des touristes leur parler des institutions, bien sûr, comme l'Hydro-Québec, puis comme l'autre fois, je dis toujours, tu sais, aux touristes des États-Unis, puis qui s'en viennent, puis je leur parle juste comme ça quand on rentre en conversation, bien sûr, je leur dis toujours, vous savez que quand vous êtes ici au Québec, votre utilisation d'électricité, que vous prenez votre douche, que vous regardez la télé, que vous avez votre portable, tout ce que vous faites, c'est vous utilisez l'électricité qui ne pollue pas, l'électricité renouvelable ça provient de l'électricité de l'Hydro-Québec. Et bien sûr, je leur dis ça, puis je suis toujours content de leur dire, puis des fois, ils sont comme, ah ouais, puis ils sont comme ça. C'est des petites choses comme ça qu'il faut mettre en valeur, bien sûr. Puis, du rock-and-roll pour nos athlètes maintenant. Je vais juste m'hydrater bien comme il le faut. Et on va faire des chansons pour nos athlètes qui amènent de l'or. Vous êtes prêts? C'est en mode libre, c'est pas des chansons que j'ai composées, mais j'en ai plusieurs, puis j'ai bien des documents en tant que philosophe, puis artiste, bien sûr, androgyne. Dragan en arc-en-ciel à votre service pour la renaissance de la belle province, puis avec le Canada, puis le collectif. L'Amérique du Nord, on est nord-américain, canadien, québécois, puis pour la paix mondiale, je peux être citoyen du monde, mais je suis quand même québécois, canadien, nord-américain, puis je souhaite la paix mondiale, mais c'est pour le collectif d'association nord-américain, puis équipe! Go Canada, go! Go Canada, go! Go Canada, go aujourd'hui! Let's go! Pour nos athlètes, une chanson pour nos athlètes qui portent le rouge et puis le blanc. Une chanson pour qui gagne ou pour qui perd, ben qui soit bien joyeux, puis qui donne un effort dans le gymnase, dans le soccer. Oups, le tennis, ça échappe la raquette, oups! Des fois, il faut qu'on change de vêtements, Ça soulève, ça lève la champagne quand il gagne. C'est mieux, on a de la canadienne, puis du Québec, hey, du bon fromage, ben ça danse, on a des athlètes du Québec, du Canada, d'Halifax, de Montréal, de chez nous, de l'île, du Mont-Royal qui dansent, qui viennent me danser. J'aurais dû être là, j'aurais fait la danse. La danse, c'est mon sport préféré, danser, c'est mon sport préféré, bien sûr, fait que... On va continuer avec une chanson. Pour une chanson, pour nos athlètes, qui soient en victoire, pour la danse, par l'amour, le rock'n'roll, nos athlètes, le rouge, puis de l'or, c'est pas grave s'ils gagnent de l'argent, c'est bien comme faut. Et même le bronze, c'est quand même la troisième place, ben c'est bon s'il faut l'effort. Des fois, faut qu'on dise encouragement pour l'effort. Des fois, c'est l'encouragement juste pour l'effort. Pas juste des applaudissements. Ça en prend de l'amour, des applaudissements puis des câlins. Hey, des massages pour les pompiers, s'il vous plaît, ils méritent les infirmières. Puis, les travailleurs publics, avec ceux qui construisent, du ciment et du béton, travailleurs en construction, soutenez la construction du temple de la déesse, la maison du dragon, maison du jeu, besoin de quelque chose rouge écarlate, simple, là. Pas besoin de grand chose, le temple de la déesse, oui, la déesse, parce que vous dites Dieu béni, mais je dis déesse donne des bisous. Quand quelqu'un dit Dieu béni, mais que la déesse donne des bisous. Dieu béni, mais que la déesse donne des bisous aussi. Là. De l'amour. Maintenant, je vis juste un stress financier, mais après ça, ça va. Mais je suis ouvert pour les affaires, je suis ouvert pour les affaires. C'est ça que ça prend. Puis on va faire, bien sûr, d'autres chansons, parce que c'est du rock'n'roll, la géopolitique 24/24, puis ça, c'est mes intérêts obsessifs en tant qu'Asperger's. Mais c'est la géopolitique. Je suis un analyste et théoricien en géopolitique indépendant, nord-américain, puis un athlète indépendant, un artiste androgyne, gay, pansexuel. Ça, c'est juste un petit côté, mais c'est bien sûr du rock'n'roll pour nos athlètes aujourd'hui. Go! Ah ouais! On vous applaudit de côte à côte aujourd'hui. Puis demain, ça vient de commencer. Céline m'a chanté une chanson d'amour avec vigueur. Regarde! C'est la réincarnation de Louis Cyr qui lève. Il lève. Qu'est-ce qu'il lève? Ben, c'est des kilogrammes de livres. On fait la conversion. Ben, livre 2.2, un livre 2.2. Kilogramme, je pas en bon en maths, c'est pas grave, danse, c'est pas grave, danse, c'est pas grave, danse. Et regarde, c'est la réincarnation de Louis Cyr. Ça lève, puis ça joue au tennis. On a des athlètes d'hiver. Dans les sports des Olympiques, à Paris, c'est Céline. Je viens pas de croire mes yeux qui le voient. Whoop! Ben oui, c'est Céline Dion. Oh, comment on va en chanson? Moi pis Céline en duo. Oh. Ça va faire comme des rapaces. Ou même des grimaces. J'ai bien content de voir. Ma cousine, je la considère. Ben Céline, elle me connaît même pas. J'ai perdu son numéro. Oh, mais je l'appelle. Ma cousine. Qu'on soit, de la belle province, les met dans les airs pour le bleu et pour le blanc. On a bien du rouge, du blanc, du rouge, du blanc. Ça marche bien, Québécois et Québécoises. On s'en fait avec la fleur de lys. Qu'on soit un arc-en-ciel. Pis ben, qu'est-ce que c'est une feuille d'érable? Qu'est-ce que c'est une feuille d'érable? Sirop d'érable? Ben, coûte cher, donne la charité, mon cher. Détendu, mais la danse, on peut danser comme il faut bien, qui ça nous rende de l'or. Dans quel domaine? Que ce soit la gymnastique, ça va faire des sauts dans les airs de nos athlètes dans la gymnastique, puis le badminton, poup, ben oui, et du tennis, la balle échappe à la raquette, ça va faire des athlètes, ils vont faire du gymnase, ça va faire un saut dans les airs, oups. Mon dragon, c'est pas du rock'n'roll, ben je sais que c'est de la comédie. La comédie du rock'n'roll, les athlètes, les amours. Qu'ils soient, eh bien, numéro un bien en premier. De l'or, c'est pas grave. À troisième place, on va le prendre. Le bronze, puis s'en vient. 10 médailles, 11 médailles, ça va faire 44. 44 peut-être, 45, 44 peut-être. 45, 44, peut-être 45 médailles. Oups, et ça saute dans les airs, les mains dans les airs, comme un aigle. Ça va faire des sauts, les athlètes des dessins par en haut, des athlètes athlétisme. L'athlète athlétiste, des athlètes athlétistes sur la liste. Canada, l'équipe du Canada, une chanson folklorique, 21e siècle satellite. Oups! Une chanson bien folklorique. Ouh, beau dommage, je connais la phoque en arc-en-ciel. Oups, regarde, il y a des satellites gratte-ciel. L'Hydro-Québec, faut construire bien d'autres centrales. Oups, sur les montagnes qui viennent, les athlètes célèbrent. Où Mont-Royal après la victoire. De l'or, on va être content, même avec de l'argent. La troisième place, bronze. 45 médailles. Des médailles, des athlètes, des amours, du rock'n'roll pour nos athlètes, de votre dragon en arc-en-ciel. Et ça, c'était ma chanson. On vient de commencer la série. Yeah! Rock'n'roll for our athletes, pour nos athlètes. On les encourage, on les aime, we love them, and we go Team Canada, go. Go Equipe Canada, go! That's it. C'est tout pour aujourd'hui. A little bit of shorty and workout, train, exercise, encourage l'entraînement physique, and dance, and do a little bit of sun salutation. Gonna go take some sun, maybe gonna go to the mountain, I'm not sure, maybe not. We're gonna go rock and roll, let's go, Team Canada, go! Love you, more.